Hello, my lovelies. So this is something that I'm going to do a couple of times this week. I'm going to show some meals that are really cheap and pretty easy and inexpensive to make in case you are struggling financially like most of the world. So this one is a smothered burrito. So simple, basic ingredients. You can use whatever kind of protein that you want. Normally I would use hamburger in this, but the chorizo was cheaper, so that is what we're using for the protein. Potatoes and cheese, and then I'm going to make my own enchilada sauce from powder. So I started by quartering some potatoes, and then they are cooking in a little bit of bacon grease and a little bit of vegetable oil, and then season them however you like. This has some Cajun seasoning on it. This is what is on the potato. So we're going to cook those until they are fork tender, however long that happens to take. I did rinse the potatoes in cool water to get a little bit of the extra starch off first. For our sauce, this is what I'm using. This is the brand. This is the one that I found we like the best. So I think they might have a medium or a hot in this brand as well. This is the one we use. It still has plenty of heat to it, plus the other seasonings that are in the meat and as well as the potatoes. So you're gonna mix this with about 2 tablespoons of lard or oil. And then it's about 4 cups of water. I am going to use probably 2 pans for this. So both of these Pyrexes, so one of them is probably going to be like a casserole because I have soft taco shells and I have burrito shells. So one is definitely going to be burritos. The other one is probably going to be layered because they're too small to wrap for a burrito. They'd be pretty cute though. And some grated cheese of your choice. And that's about all the ingredients you're going to. Last but not least, the chorizo. So this was on sale. This was cheaper than a pound of hamburger. Normally I would buy about a pound or 2 of hamburger. This was about $2.50 each roll, so it was definitely a better deal this week. So we're gonna cook the meat separate from the potatoes. Sometimes I just throw it all together. This time there's not enough room in the skillet. So once the potatoes are done, we're gonna set those aside. We're gonna brown the meat until it's completely cooked through, and then we start assembling our burrito. And for the sauce, you're gonna combine the powdered mix, 4 cups of water, and about 2 tablespoons of either lard, tallow, or some sort of oil. You want to combine the spices with the oil first over medium heat, kind of toast those spices a little bit, and then you're gonna slowly add the water and mix everything together until it's no longer lumpy. Let it come to a full boil and then turn it down to low until you're ready to assemble your burritos. All right, so our chorizo is almost cooked all the way down. Make sure that it's thoroughly cooked. It's hard to tell with this because of the red color from all the chilies and spices. So make sure that it's completely cooked before you put it in your burritos. They are gonna get cooked in the oven as well to melt the cheese. All right, while we wait for the chorizo to come to temperature, we're gonna use about 2 tablespoons of some lard mixed with our prepared chili mix. And we're gonna melt that all together, kind of toast the chilies, and then we're gonna slowly add 4 cups of water to it and whisk it all together, bring it to a full boil. This is our sauce for our enchilada burrito. Okay, so start by melting your 2 tablespoons of lard. I usually start it out on high temperature and then I lower the temperature down to like low or medium to get the chili incorporated, and then once I add the water I turn it back up to medium or high to get it bubbling, and then once it's reached a full boil it is completely done. Alright, our chorizo is ready. Everything is to a full boil, everything's nice and thoroughly cooked, and nothing is sticking together, so that's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to turn it down and all the way off. It's in cast iron, so it'll stay nice and hot while we prepare the rest of this stuff. So we're just going to set this aside and start our sauce. Okay, our lard is all melted down, so now we're going to add in our bag of chili, the whole thing, because we're going to make a couple of pans of this stuff, and then stir it all together. Alright, so we got that all incorporated. We turn the heat all the way down to low. Now we're going to mix in our 4 cups of water slowly. Alright, we've added the 4 cups of water. Now we're going to turn the heat back up to medium, let it come to a full boil. Once it does, make sure that you turn it back off and take it off the heat. And you definitely want to stir it occasionally so it doesn't stick or scorch to the bottom. Alright, our sauce is ready, so we're going to stir it again and we're going to turn the heat all the way off. Alright, so you're going to get your oven safe dish. This one's Pyrex. Use whatever you've got. You're going to get a ladle so that you can prep it. You're going to take a ladle or 2 full of your sauce and put it on the bottom of your pan so that nothing totally sticks. Probably 2 ladles for this big guy. And that's our first layer, so make sure that it's all the way in there. Then I like to also dip the tortilla in the sauce that's hot in the pot. Helps them be able to be folded. You need a second set of hands for this. So gently and carefully, just dip as much of it as you can get in there, shake off the excess, and directly into your pan. And then we start layering the meat and potato. Okay, so we've got our potatoes, our chorizo, and our cheese inside our tortilla. We're gonna roll it up and repeat. And this is what we're gonna do to fill this big pan. And then the other pan I'm gonna make a casserole out of because I don't have any big burrito tortillas. All right, so this one is just layered, done the same way. I just used the small little tortillas and I did 2 layers and used all the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna add sauce first and then cheese so the cheese actually sticks. All right, so there's our burrito pan covered in chili and cheese. And before anybody says anything, this is a struggle meal. So this is what we had in the house. Yes, I would normally use way more cheese than that on all of them. And this one is our layered little pan of the little mini tortillas. So both of these go in the oven at 350, about 15 to 20 minutes or until the cheese is melted and the sauce is nice and bubbly. And this will make a mess of your kitchen, so clean as you go and save yourself the head. This one is the casserole and this one is the burritos. They turned out good. Garnish them any way you like. You could add, you know, rice and beans on the side. You can add sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce, whatever you want onto these. This is just the burritos. Enjoy.